Awesome job, Dodge. Let's discontinue that awesome proven technology that can pretty much tow a freaking house. Goes, like they say, about 1,000 miles when you're not towing something, and probably, let's just say conservatively, 500 miles when you are towing the maximum amount. And yeah, let's go to something that like an EV that is. Good job, Dodge. What's up, guys? Hursty's Garage Plus Guns here, and on today's video I've got a pretty funny one for you. Funny as in way to go, Ford and Dodge. Specifically, I guess in this instance, Dodge. They're really doing the customer a service by let's dig into it right now. According to Fox News, Ram is discontinuing its diesel pickup that can drive 1,000 miles between fill-ups. Ooh, and it's because it's a diesel pickup. We got to get rid of that. We can't have diesel. It's, oh my God, scary, and it's going to kill everybody in the world. So yeah, Dodge, let's get rid of proven technology that can tow a freaking house. And probably, like they say, goes about 1,000 miles on a I don't know, a 33-gallon tank. We'll read on in there, but realistically, when you're towing something, probably the max towing, the max range is probably about, let's say, cut it in half to about 500 miles per the range effectiveness. And I guess let's compare that to the EV that they're going to be coming out with and see how far that's going to go. I'm almost willing to bet my house here that it's not even going to come close. So let's dive into it and see what they're talking about, because this sounds so awesome. Jesus, these people, I tell you what, the manufacturers, I don't know about these guys. It's last call for Ram's light-duty diesel pickup. The Ram 1500 EcoDiesel will be discontinued next January as the brand prepares to launch its first all-electric model. And I'm going to be digging in to why I think this is such a bad idea. And I'll show you old Ford and their EV, the Lightning. And I know everybody in them that's wanting to get one of these EVs is going to go, oh, Hursty's Garage, you don't know what the heck you're talking about, and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And you want to kill everybody because you're like fossil fuels. Well, it's, you know, I hate to tell you, but it's about reality. And I'll show you why here. Let's move on here. The turbocharged 3.0 V6 was added to the lineup in 2014 as the first diesel available for the light-duty Ram truck in the U.S. The 1500 EcoDiesel is currently the most fuel-efficient internal combustion engine powered full-size pickup with a highway fuel economy rating of 33 miles per gallon, while diesels offered by Chevrolet and GMC match its 26 mile per gallon combined rating. And if you know about those trucks or trucks in general, that is a hell of a good miles per gallon rating. I mean, gee, many Christmas. And especially when you're towing things, that eats fuel, and doesn't matter what kind of fuel it is, or should I say energy. It doesn't matter what energy it is to get that much out of something, especially a truck. Yeah, that is freaking awesome, because towing just eats your energy rating up like nobody's business, especially back in the day. You know, God, if you were driving a gas rig versus a diesel rig, you were only getting 8 miles to the gallon. So they have come a huge long way And yeah, I'm just not digging this EV revolution. Um, I think they're making a huge mistake. With this 33-gallon tank, the 1500 EcoDiesel was technically capable of covering 1,000 miles between fill-ups. 1,000 miles. Jeez, that is crazy. GMC's diesel models were updated for 2022 as Ford discontinued the diesel it offered in the F-150 from 2018 to 2021. That is awesome. Good job, Ford. Ram's engine was the center of controversy, however, as the 2014 to 2016 trucks were found to have faulty emissions controls. Yeah, you got to take the good with the bad sometimes. This resulted in a $300 million fine, compensation payments, and all that stuff. And so let's go into why I'm saying that this is a bad idea. And we do have something to point at, and that is the Ford F-150. And the reason why I point to that F-150 Lightning, which is Ford's EV truck, is because of this right here. And here's a little article from Car and Driver, which says Ford was promises the EPA ratings of 230 and 300 miles towing and hauling, but and that's near the claimed 10,000 pound maximum it is going to, but it is going to seriously cut into those figures, they say, which we now know exactly that's the case. Range typically occupies an outsized chunk of the conversion on any new EV. But in the case of the Ford F-150, Lightning, which was the best-selling pickup's usual healthy scoop of towing and hauling capabilities, things get even more complicated than normal. Ford is claiming that the range figures for its electric pickup will come in, like I told you, at 230 and about 300 miles, somewhere in between there. Which, if that were true, and that was your with towing capabilities, still not as good as the old diesel there, right? But I would say that would have been okay, decent. At least they were pretty close to their figures. I mean, that would have been kind of acceptable. But that is not the case. Depending on, let's see, read on here, depending on whether the standard range or extended range battery pack is beneath the bed, those EPA predictions, especially the EPA combined figures in lightly loaded conditions, are considerably different. Although the Lightning is aided by the aerodynamic effects of its flat unibody, when running at real highway speeds, there is no tricking the air molecules. So even what they're saying here, even when it's unloaded, they conducted a study that said at a steady state of 75 miles per hour, we typically see a range number that's about 20% below the EPA figure. So that 230 to 300 miles without even towing is cut by 20%. That's a pretty big number. So what do they think about when you're actually putting some weight in that bed, and what is supposed to happen when you buy a truck? In recent towing tests with another EV lugging a 3,859-pound boat at 70 miles per hour, pretty normal thing that you do when you buy a truck, chopped its range in half compared to a run at the same speed and a sans trailer, whatever that is. Applying these results to the F-150 means that towing a modest trailer would put the highway range at roughly 100 to 125 miles, depending on the pack. And that's depending on the pack, which actual battery pack that you get underneath there. So if you get the crappy cheap one, yeah, your range is definitely in the crapper. Let's read on. Towing anywhere near the 10,000 pound maximum rating on the XLT and Lariat models with the maximum trailer tow package and extended range battery. At highway speeds, we believe you'd be hard pressed to exceed double-digit miles. We'd take that bet, in fact. So, and I think they, let's see, did they do that actual test? Utilizing the Lightning's payload capacity or capabilities, which are 1,800 pounds for the extended range battery and 2,000 pounds for the smaller pack, will put you somewhere between these two extremes. And those figures both included the up to 400 pounds that can be stowed in the large handy front trunk. So I'm not sure if they actually did that actual test, but I've known through my research of looking at different YouTube videos across the vast YouTube library, and I come to find that to be pretty much true, that you do not really get the range that they claim to get at all. So, like I said, why am I bringing this F-150 into the Dodge diesel discontinuing topic? Well, it's because it directly relates to, we've already done this type of scenario and found that it really is not a good thing. It's not going to hold up. Our technology is not there. If you watch some of my previous videos, I pretty much explain that every time, that yeah, I think that EV power, the battery technology is going to be awesome when we actually get there, but we're not there. So for Dodge to discontinue their eco diesel in that 1500, it's pretty dang disappointing. And I know that and I'm sure that you know, yeah, that 2500 and 3500 in the Dodge, and who knows, I would imagine even in the GMC and Chevy, they're not far behind, or Ford, they're not far behind in those upper models, getting rid of that those diesel trucks either. And it's just a dang shame, because you know, if you've towed anything, you know that yeah, it just, you're not gonna get the range out of those EVs right now. It's just not going to happen. So let's for you EV guys, I will show you what Dodge, the new 2024, maybe 2023, I'm not sure. This one's going to be the 2024. What they say the actual or the claimed range that these will get. Obviously, we know Ford claimed a whole bunch of good stuff too, and it didn't happen. But I'll throw in there the caveat that maybe, just maybe, we'll get the results that we are promised here in this. So let's see what the Dodge Ram 1500 EV is going to be supposedly putting out here. All right, and this is according to Dodge Cars, DodgeCarUSA.com. It's the 2024 Dodge Ram 1500 EV, first fully electric pickup truck. And they say, in addition to the conventional body-on-frame construction and standard all-wheel drive, Ram claims that the truck will have a driving range of up to 500 miles, still nowhere close to the eco diesel, and attract more than 10,000 pounds, which is the same as the eco diesel. So you're getting rid of one awesome tried and true technology for crap. It is a good looking truck though, and according to the little picture here, including fast charging speeds of up to 150 kilowatts per hour. And we know, or at least I know, from doing my research that fast charging, you can only get to about 80%. It's really hard on the battery. It destroys the battery life. And yeah, you're definitely not going, I don't know the actual percentage rate, but you're not getting your true mileage on or the range on that either. So that's going to cut into it right there. But while the electric Ram 1500 will come out a few years after the upcoming Ford F-150 Lightning 2022, and perhaps after the 2023 Chevy Silverado, of course, Chevy's got to get in there too. They will all equally captivate consumers in the market. So come on, let's get into some actual data there. All right, here we go. Ram 1500 EV range and charging. While there have not been any details about the size of the Ram EV half-ton battery or charging time, Ram said that the truck would have a driving range of up to 500 miles, which I just said earlier, but that's 200 miles longer than the long-range F-150 Lightning currently forecasts. Awesome. Wow. So they're forecasting that it's going to be just an awesome thing, even though the Ford came out and said that they had a 230 to 300 mile forecast there for their range, but it was not even close. So somehow I'm thinking that this isn't going to be either. With a DC fast charger, the Ram 1500 is said to be capable of charging up to 150 kilowatts an hour. The performance will not be limited to the benchmark of 0 to 60 miles per hour, as part of its new platform and battery charging targets as fast charging rates of 20 miles per minute and efficiency of 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Battery packs will range from 37 kilowatt hours to more than 200 kilowatt hours, blah, blah, blah. So basically, my point here is Dodge, don't get rid of your eco diesel. I'm not even a Dodge man, but gee, many Christmas, don't get rid of that stuff right now, because we are not there with the EV technology. You've heard me say it, and I don't know how many times I have to show you proof of this. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. And I didn't even mention down here how much this sucker is going to cost. It's let's see, I think we'll open, okay, so the Ram 1500 electricity will open up about at $45,000. And you know, it probably, to get something that's decent and not bone stock nothing, 45,000 is probably not even close to what you're going to pay. So like I said, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. Would you buy one of these? Are you excited that they're getting rid of that diesel fuel? Or do you side with me and think that they're just blowing some poop up our butts? And yeah, it's just not, it's not a viable option right now. So like this video if you like this content. Go ahead and subscribe. Share the crap out of this. So until next time, have an awesome day, guys. All is not lost. We will get this thing figured out. And I love you. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hey dudes and dudettes, you ever wish you could harness the power of the sun in your headlights? Well, now you can with Oxito.
If you're in need of changing out your lights, whether it is your low beams or high beams or fog lights or whatever, I would give Oxito a chance because so far it seems like this is a pretty dang good product. You can see the difference is like night and day. There's a little package of sun in here. I mean, it is the old ones aren't anywhere close to what these ones do as far as the light output. So give these guys a chance if you would. And if you want to and save yourself a bunch of money, go ahead, like I said, and use that coupon code hurstysgarage, and that will save you 15% off your order, and you won't be disappointed.